Good afternoon and welcome to VFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Coates St. Vincent Limited.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Welcome back to VFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Coates St. Vincent Limited. First, on the local scene, design work on the expansion and upgrades to the Argyle International Airport are near completion. Minister of Finance, Honorable Camilo Gonsalves, says because Argyle International Airport has exceeded expectations in a short period of time, there must be changes made to the existing terminal building to accommodate more passengers as the demand is greater. Speaking on radio on Monday, the minister explained that at peak periods in the week, the terminal building reaches its capacity, and with the coming on stream of international airlines like Delta Airlines, provisions must be made for the increased demands. The structural and design works that will be done are expected to commence within the next 3 or 4 months once the designs are approved, and according to Minister Gonsalves, these structures are to be erected quickly. On March 21st and April 4th, 2025, 38 forestry officers from the Forestry Services of St. Vincent and the Grenadines benefited from the dendrology training conducted by Spazio.vc under the Global Environment Facility (GEF) United Nations Development Programme UNDP Ridge to Reef project. Phase 1 of the training exercise consisted of an introductory course at the Forestry Services Conference Room facilitated by environmental consultant Mr. Amos Glasgow. The theoretical component of the training opened with welcoming remarks by Spazio.vc's director, Cornelius Richards, Senior Forestry Supervisor, Cosmos McLeod, and UNDP's Project Coordinator, McKinney Barrow. To mark the second phase in the training, which took place on Wednesday, May 7, 2025, Mr. Glasgow led the participants on a practical field tour of the Vermont Nature Trail. Participants received further instructions in scientific classification systems and various methods of identifying trees. The project's primary goal is to preserve Caribbean ecosystems and sustain livelihoods by improving water resources management, land management, and forest management practices. Still on the local scene, the Rotary Club of St. Vincent marked a proud milestone on Friday, May 9, 2025, with the official unveiling of its peace pole near the St. Vincent Grammar School along the Richmond Hill Bypass Road. The ceremony was graced by the Deputy Principal and students of the St. Vincent Grammar School and featured a heartfelt blessing by the Right Reverend C. Leopold Friday, Bishop of the Windward Islands. Sponsors from Edie Lanes and Sons Limited and Garden Care Limited were present, alongside dedicated Rotarians and members of the wider community. The peace pole, inscribed with the message, "May peace prevail on earth" in multiple languages, is part of a global initiative to promote peace, reflection, and mutual understanding. With peace building and conflict prevention as one of the Rotary's key areas of focus, the installation stands as a powerful reminder of our collective responsibility to foster a more harmonious world. President Darnett Constance of the Rotary Club of St. Vincent highlighted the significance of the installation. This initiative is deeply aligned with Rotary International's mission to advance peace through service and meaningful community engagement. On to news in the region. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, RVIPF, has implemented a new policy to combat illegal motorcycle use by destroying unclaimed bikes rather than returning them to circulation through public auctions. The initiative, which began on April 28, has already seen dozens of motorcycles removed from the Road Tongue Police Station compound and destroyed with assistance from the Department of Waste Management. Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Evantopoul said, the move underscores their commitment to road safety and accountability and sends a strong message to those who choose not to follow the law. According to RVIPF officials, the previous practice of auctioning seized motorcycles created a problematic cycle where the same vehicles would often return to the streets operating illegally only to be seized again. This pattern strained police resources and created significant storage challenges at police facilities. The crushing operation significantly targets motorcycles and scooters that have remained unclaimed after seizure and are no longer needed as evidence in ongoing investigations or court proceedings. The Trinidadian national is facing multiple drug charges after police reportedly discovered cannabis at several properties he occupied. Andre Solomon, 44 years old, who is in Antigua on a visitor's permit valid until July, appeared in court on Friday, May 9, 2025, to answer the charges. The charges stem from a series of police operations that began on April 30, 2025, when law enforcement executed search warrants at Solomon's properties. During these searches, officers seized 191.9 grams of cannabis, 2¼ pounds of cannabis, and 790 cannabis plants. He was subsequently charged with unlawful possession of cannabis and unlawful cultivation of cannabis plants. In a follow-up operation on May 7, 2025, at another residence of Solomon, police discovered an additional 4½ pounds of cannabis, resulting in further charges. Solomon was granted $50,000 EC bail with a $5,000 cash component. He must report to St. John's Police Station on Mondays and Saturdays and to immigration on Wednesdays. His case has been adjourned until May 21, 2025. On the international scene, a man who has served 38 years in prison for the murder of a woman, conviction was quashed by the Court of Appeal after new DNA evidence emerged. Peter Sullivan was jailed over the 1986 killing of 21-year-old barmaid Diane Sindall, who was subjected to a frenzied sexual attack in Birkenhead, Merseyside, as she walked home from a shift. The Criminal Cases Review Commission, CCRC, the statutory body set up to investigate potential miscarriages of justice, had referred Mr. Sullivan's case back to the appeal court last year after fresh testing found a DNA profile pointing to an unknown attacker in semen samples preserved from the crime scene. Now aged 68, he is believed to be the victim of the longest miscarriage of justice involving a living prisoner in British legal history. Police has since reopened its investigation into Miss Sindall's murder, but said searches of the National DNA database had not come up with any matches. Finally, in sports, 5 players involved in the Indian Premier League (IPL) have been named in England's squad for the one-day international ODI series against West Indies later this month. Following the rescheduling of IPL, the final will now be played on June 3, 2025, the same day as the third and concluding ODI against the Windies. Jos Buttler, Jacob Bethel, Jamie Overton, Jofra Archer, and Will Jacks are all in a 16-man ODI squad that includes a recall for spinner Tom Hartley and the fit-again pace bowler Brydon Cass. This has been WFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Shanika Stapleton. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WFM's 3 p.m. news. WFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Coates St. Vincent Limited.
Get super tech for a super mom tech. Technology that's got mom's backs at Radio Shack. A wide array of the devices and gadgets to make her life super this Mother's Day. Get 25% off any purchase of 2 or more items for mom at Radio Shack. Choose from portable audio equipment, earplugs and headphones, smart devices and more. Shop today and pay us later with Ready Finance. It's super tech for super mom at Radio Shack. Offer ends May 30th.